Hi guys, I'm Melissa and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to share with you 5 ways that you can refresh your daily routine. This is for anyone who is feeling like things have been getting a little too routine lately and the days have kind of felt a little bit monotonous and almost like Groundhog Day, where you're living the same day over and over again, doing the same things, and you just want something to kind of add some freshness to your life and some newness. And so I'm going to share with you 5 ways that you can do that, and these are either free or very inexpensive to do. They're things that you can take action on immediately, and they are also things that can have a big impact on how you feel. And what inspired me to make this video is actually that I've heard a few people say recently that September is the new January, and meaning that September almost feels like the new year. It almost feels like a fresh start, and many people are going back to work, back to school, or maybe starting new jobs, new careers, and it just feels like the perfect time to assess your goals and maybe make some new goals. And so I thought this would be a great time to share these tips with you. Okay, so the first one on this list is something that is very easy to do that you can pretty much do immediately, and it might seem kind of small, but it has a big impact on how you feel. And I want you to think about what you see every morning when you first open your eyes. What is the first thing that you look at when you get up out of bed? Are you facing, a big pile of dirty laundry that you have to wash, or clean laundry that you haven't sorted through yet, or piles of paper? If you have anything that you are looking at that is not really the most pleasant thing in the morning, then I really recommend sorting through that the night before so that when you get up, it actually feels like a fresh new day and you're not looking at something that feels like a burden, something that you have to get done right away. Another thing that you can try that will definitely make tomorrow morning different than this morning is to actually rearrange the furniture in your room. If every single morning you wake up and you're facing the same wall, you see the exact same things, and you kind of want to mix it up and change things a little bit, then why not move the position of your bed? Change out the photos in your photo frames if you have some. Mix things up a little bit, reorganize your closet, just change your physical surroundings, because what we look at every single day has an impact on how we feel. And if you want to have a sense of newness and a sense of change, maybe just try decluttering the things in your personal space, or at least mixing them around. This doesn't mean that you have to go out and buy all new things if that's not what you want to do. But just actually rearranging the things that you already have can add a sense of freshness to the room that you wake up in and can just feel like a nice change. I am a big believer that if you start your day off right and you start your day off in a good mood, feeling excited for the day, feeling refreshed and feeling inspired, then it really sets the tone for the rest of the day. So some small little things you can do to kind of make your morning, a little bit more inspiring is to make sure that what you first see when you wake up inspires you. Maybe put, an inspiring quote right next to your, bedside, or a beautiful photo frame with a beautiful photo inside of it, or some fresh flowers. Little things like that. They might seem insignificant, or it might seem like it won't make a big deal, but if it makes your morning a little bit more pleasant, then I think it's worth a try. All right, the next thing on our list to kind of mix up our daily routine, and this is a big one, is to mix up the food you eat. If you find that you're eating the same 3 to 5 meals on rotation, and you have been for months at a time, this is something that I definitely do, it can be fun to kind of give yourself the challenge of trying new foods, trying new meals, getting creative. And a great way to do this is to go to the grocery store and seek out food that you normally wouldn't buy. Try new vegetables that you haven't tasted. Try new fruits. Try new seasonings, new sauces, new spices, anything that is a little bit different than what you would normally eat. And experiment with making new dishes. If you give yourself a 1-week challenge and say, for an entire week, I'm going to stay away from eating the typical meals that I always make. For me, that would be pasta, toasted sandwiches, veggie rice dishes. Those are the things that I eat all the time. Oatmeal with fruit. Many of us eat the same 3 to 10 meals on repeat for several reasons, which do make a lot of sense. One, we like them and we can know that what we're making is something that we're actually going to enjoy. And another one is it's just easy to shop for those meals because we know exactly what ingredients we'll need, we know where to find them in the grocery store, and it's easy to just keep following that routine that we've set out for ourselves. Also, we know how to prepare the meals already, so it doesn't take the work of doing a research for recipes or having to get creative and come up with new recipes. But if you're feeling like you're ready for a change and you want to be a little bit creative and a little bit adventurous and try new meals, then I definitely recommend doing that 1-week challenge. So next time you go to the grocery store, fill up your cart with exciting new foods that you've never tried before, or at least try combining the ingredients you love in a different way, and challenge yourself to stick to that for 1 whole week. And the odds are you'll end up finding a few meals or come up with a few creations that you really love. And if you dine out, try branching out to a totally different cuisine, go to another restaurant that you've never been to, and that can definitely mix up your week. All right, number 3, and this one can be really fun, is to mix up your clothing, makeup, hairstyles. This does not mean that if you have your own signature style that you need to totally throw that out the window. But what it means is that just get a little bit more creative with the way you dress. You know, you don't have to go out and purchase all new clothes or all new makeup, but to experiment with what you've already got at home. I find for me personally, I tend to match the same top with the same pants over and over again. And when I take the time to kind of get creative, sometimes I'll just be inspired, you know, to play around with my wardrobe, and I'll lay my clothes out on my bed and mix and match different outfits. I actually love what I end up coming up with, and so that can be a really fun way to kind of experiment. You know, if you feel like you're wearing the same thing all the time, you're gravitating toward the same exact pieces, then maybe go through your wardrobe and actually mix up where you put things in your closet. Sometimes you tend to grab the same ones over and over again just because they're in plain eyesight and it just seems easier to reach for them. And you might have other nice pieces to wear, but they're kind of pushed to the side in your wardrobe and they're not kind of in the forefront. If you have been feeling a little bit kind of stuck in a rut or a little bit lethargic and like things have just kind of been the same day in and day out, mixing up how you physically present yourself can have a real big impact on how you feel. So if wearing red lipstick gives you kind of a boost of confidence or makes you feel a bit sassy and, you know, it just kind of, you look in the mirror and you think, yeah, this is cool, I like this, then try it. It's just clothes, it's just makeup, experiment with it. You can have a lot of fun, and it can definitely give you a fresh new boost and give you a little bit of a different feeling, and you might enjoy the new looks that you come up with. All right, on to number 4, and this one is probably my favorite. It has to do more with the mind, and it is to mix up what you're following on social media, what you're looking at every single day online. If you're following blogs or YouTube channels, watching certain videos, going to certain websites, if you find that you're consuming the same type of information or photos every single day and it's just not inspiring to you anymore, then it can be really refreshing to mix it up. I know for myself that I tend to follow the same types of things, and every once in a while I just kind of think, you know, I feel like I'm looking at the same things every day, and it just feels good to mix it up, to branch out and learn something new, get inspired by something totally different. You know, the fact that we have the internet and the abundance of creative individuals who are sharing their artwork online, sharing their writing, sharing their experience, their travels, their fashions, everything, their creativity with recipes. The fact that we have that abundance and we can choose what social media we want to consume is amazing. And I think it's kind of fun to branch out from the things that you're usually looking at. For many of us, social media is a big part of our daily life, and so it can really feel refreshing and new, and it can add like a new sense of excitement to your life to find new interests. Maybe explore and look for something that is totally different than what you normally are interested in. Try to kind of seek out something that could be a new passion for you, or a new love, or a new hobby. Maybe it is, you decide to follow a bunch of bird photography on Instagram and you notice how beautiful all the different bird species of the world are. I know that is just one specific random example, but to kind of branch out and to kind of look for something else to be inspired by, whether it is a type of art, or it is a new form of music, or maybe wanting to learn a new language, it can really add a sense of freshness and newness to your day to have that new thing to look at when you're on your phone scrolling. And you might actually meet other people online, or meet some new friends, meet people in that certain community, whether it's a health and fitness related thing, or it's a nature lover type group that you follow. It can be really fun to kind of open up your world that way and kind of make the most of the fact that we have the internet and this amazing opportunity. All right, number 5 on this list, and this is the final one I'm going to share with you today, is to complete a task that has been on your to-do list for a very long time. Complete something that has been on your mind every single day for a while, that has kind of become a burden. And this might require facing a fear. So, only you will know what this thing is for you, but if you have something that every single day is on the back of your mind, it's kind of weighing you down, you're procrastinating, you're not wanting to do it, by actually completing it and getting it done once and for all, the next day will feel like such a fresh start for you, because you won't have to worry about that thing anymore. And this could be a big pile of paperwork that you're avoiding and just pushing to the side. Or it could maybe be an uncomfortable phone call that you have been wanting to make. Maybe you have to apologize to someone, and you've been wanting to do this for so long, just to pick up the phone, but you keep procrastinating on it. Whatever it is for you, to actually get that thing done will be such a relief, and it'll feel so good to not have to have that weighing on your mind anymore, and it'll feel more like a fresh start, and it'll just be nice to have it off of your plate and to be able to check it off of your to-do list. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did and you'd like to let me know, feel free to give me a thumbs up. And if you have any comments or questions for me, you can leave those in the comment section down below. Or if you just want to say hello, you can say hi and let me know where in the world you're watching from. As usual, I am filming this from beautiful British Columbia, Canada, and I will see you guys next time. Have a great day.